Red Sox and the Yankees and stealing signs, and now electronics is involved in this. How often did you guys steal signs, or did you feel like somebody was stealing signs from you when you played?
You always were aware of it. I remember we had a time in Toronto where Rick Hahn, who's the GM now of the White Sox, was the assistant GM, and he went out there. We were almost 100% sure that the Blue Jays were stealing signs, and we went out there, and I don't know that the White Sox will ever admit this, but we caught a guy with a camera out there with looking at the catcher signs. So we started mixing them up, and one of our pitchers turned around backwards to the game, and this is when the Sky Dome had nobody in it. And there was a guy in a white jacket out there, and he would stand up on fastballs and sit down on off-speed. And he called every pitch. He called every pitch not looking at the game from this one guy. And so we were like, okay, we got to do something about this. So we started mixing it up every inning, changing signs, and it was amazing how much their hitting in that series went down after the first game once we figured that out. But, I mean, it happens. I've never heard of using an Apple Watch to do it. It's kind of ingenious if you think about it. Maybe when I was a Red Sox, if they would have gave that to me, I would have had a little better run there. But I don't know. I mean, they were just doing it seemed like to relay the signs from second, which I get. But if you watch enough signs from the videotape before the game, you can pretty much figure it out. If I'm a catcher, I can watch a game. You give me 3 pitches, I can figure out what signs they're using from second base most of the time.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.